She said, I don't do traditional gender roles. When I asked her to cook once after making her dinner for 3 years, I said, neither do I anymore. When she came home to find a professional chef teaching her replacement how to make my favorite meal. 31 male, been with my girlfriend Vanessa, 29, for 3 years, living together for 2. I love cooking, always have. Learned from my grandmother who ran a small restaurant for 30 years. It's my stress relief, my creative outlet, everything. When Vanessa and I started dating, she loved that I cooked. Bragged to her friends about her personal chef boyfriend. I made breakfast before work, meal prepped our lunches, cooked dinner every single night. 3 years, every single night. Last week I got hit with a massive project at work. 14-hour days, including Saturday. Sunday night, I'm dead on my feet. I asked Vanessa, hey, could you maybe cook tonight? Just something simple. There's chicken in the fridge, or we have pasta. She literally recoiled, like I asked her to clean a septic tank. I don't do traditional gender roles. I stared at her. What? Cooking is like housewife stuff. I'm a modern woman. I don't subscribe to those outdated expectations. Vanessa, I've cooked every meal for 3 years. Because you like it. That's different. I'm exhausted. I'm asking for help one time. She rolled her eyes. There's leftover Thai in the fridge. Just eat that. The leftover Thai was from Tuesday. It was Sunday. I checked. It was growing its own ecosystem. She ended up ordering sushi for herself. Didn't ask if I wanted any. I made myself a sandwich and went to bed. But something shifted in me that night. 3 years of cooking every meal, and she can't make pasta one time because it's housewife stuff. While eating the food I make daily. Monday morning, I texted my buddy Carlos, who runs a culinary school downtown. Asked if any of his instructors do private lessons. He hooked me up with Chef Isabella. She teaches the advanced courses and does private coaching on weekends. Booked a session for the following Sunday. My apartment. 2 p.m. Here's where it gets interesting. I also invited my neighbor Harmony from across the hall. She's the sweet, 26-year-old programmer who's always asking about my cooking when she smells it in the hallway. Mentioned she wanted to learn but didn't know where to start. Told Vanessa I wasn't cooking this week. Too busy with work. She laughed like I was joking. I wasn't. Update 1. Y'all asked for an update, so here we go. Monday, stopped cooking. Vanessa didn't notice at first because she had lunch with coworkers. That night, she comes home expecting dinner. Kitchen's empty. I'm on the couch playing PlayStation. Where's dinner? I told you I'm not cooking this week. Are you seriously still mad about Sunday? Not mad. Just matching your energy. I don't do traditional gender roles either. She huffed and ordered takeout. Still didn't ask if I wanted any. I meal prepped myself a week of salads and sandwiches on Sunday night. I'm good. Tuesday, she tried to wait me out. Came home, sat on the couch, kept glancing at the kitchen. 7 p.m. Nothing. 8 p.m. Still nothing. Finally ordered pizza at 8:30. Wednesday was when the entitlement really jumped out. She comes home with grocery bags, puts them on the counter, and sits down. I bought groceries. Cool. So, are you gonna cook? No. But I bought ingredients. Then you should cook them. I don't know how. YouTube exists. She actually stomped her foot. A grown woman. Stomped. Her. Foot. Thursday, she tried manipulation. Came home talking about how her coworker's boyfriend cooks these amazing meals. Shows me Instagram photos of his dishes. I just nodded and kept playing my game. Must be nice, she says. Must be. Her boyfriend doesn't act like a child when asked to cook. Her boyfriend probably doesn't get told cooking his housewife stuff when he asks for help once in 3 years. She slammed the bedroom door so hard the frame shook. Friday was the funniest. She tried to cook. I heard her in the kitchen around 6 p.m. Lots of banging. Some cursing. Smelled something burning. Came out 45 minutes later with what I think was supposed to be pasta. The noodles were somehow both mushy and crunchy. The sauce was just ketchup and pepper. She took one bite and ordered Chinese. Still didn't ask if I wanted any, but joke's on her. I'd already eaten my prepped meal. Saturday, she finally tried asking nicely. "Babe, I'm sorry about last weekend. I didn't mean it like that. Could you please cook dinner?" Are you sorry or are you just hungry? Both. I appreciate the apology, but I need you to understand something. You've been eating my cooking for 3 years while apparently thinking it's beneath you. That's insulting. I don't think it's beneath me when you do it. Why? Because I'm a man. She couldn't answer that. Sunday, today, the main event. Chef Isabella showed up at 2 p.m. sharp. Full chef's whites. Rolling case of professional equipment. Harmony came over in this cute apron she just bought. Notebook in hand. Super excited. Vanessa was in the living room when they arrived. Her face went through like 6 different emotions. Who's this? This is Chef Isabella. She's teaching Harmony how to make my favorite meal. My grandmother's braised lamb with rosemary potatoes. In our kitchen. My kitchen. My name's on the lease. Chef Isabella was absolutely professional. Set up the ingredients. Explained each step to Harmony. Let her do the hands-on work while guiding her. The smell was incredible. Like restaurant quality incredible. Vanessa kept hovering. That's a lot of expensive ingredients for a cooking lesson. Chef Isabella, without missing a beat. Quality ingredients are the foundation of good cooking. Like respect is the foundation of a good relationship. I think I fell a little bit in love with Chef Isabella right then. Harmony was a natural. Picked up the knife skills quickly. Asked great questions. When she plated the final dish, it looked like something from a 5-star restaurant. This is amazing, Harmony beamed. I can't believe I made this. You did wonderfully, Chef Isabella said. With practice, you'll be cooking like this regularly. That's when Vanessa lost it. Are you replacing me? With the neighbor in front of me. Replacing. This is a cooking lesson. Harmony wants to learn a skill you think is beneath you. You're doing this to punish me. No, I'm doing this because I love cooking and want to share that with people who appreciate it. You've made it clear you don't. Harmony, bless her, tried to defuse. Vanessa, there's plenty of food if you want to try some. I don't want your pity food. She stormed off to the bedroom. Chef Isabella packed up. I paid her, plus a hefty tip for the dinner theater. And Harmony insisted I keep half the lamb since I bought the ingredients. We ate together at my dining table while Vanessa sulked in the bedroom. Best meal I've had in months, and I didn't cook a bite of it. Update 2. Well, the situation has escalated in ways I didn't expect. Sunday night, after Chef Isabella left, Vanessa came out of the bedroom around 10 p.m. I was cleaning the kitchen because I'm not a monster, I clean up after guests. We need to talk, okay? That was humiliating. What was? You bringing another woman into our home to learn cooking, a skill you refused to learn. It was a power play. It was a cooking lesson that I paid for my neighbor who's shown interest in learning. She slept on the couch that night. Her choice. Monday, I thought things might calm down. Nope. I came home to find she'd organized the kitchen. By which I mean she'd rearranged everything. My spice rack system I'd spent 2 years perfecting, destroyed. My knife block moved to inside a cabinet. My cast iron pans, in the oven. I thought since you're not cooking, we could use the space better, she said with this smug smile. It took me 2 hours to fix everything. While I was reorganizing, she sat on the couch eating McDonald's. Still didn't offer me any. Tuesday was psychological warfare. She started leaving cooking shows on the TV. Just constantly. Gordon Ramsay yelling about risotto when I woke up, chopped when I got home, Great British Bake Off before bed. Thought you might miss cooking, she said innocently. I do miss cooking. Just not for ungrateful people. That shut her up real quick. But today, Wednesday, is when she really showed her true colors. I get a text at work from Harmony. Hey, weird question, but did Vanessa just knock on your door looking for you? Turns out Vanessa went to Harmony's apartment while I was at work. Told her I was going through something, and it would be best for everyone if Harmony kept her distance. Tried to make it sound like I was mentally unstable and dangerous. Harmony, absolute legend, recorded the whole interaction on her doorbell camera. Sent me the video. Vanessa literally said, "He's not well. This whole cooking thing has made him snap. I'm concerned he might do something erratic." I was livid. Came home early. Vanessa was on the couch, laptop open browsing DoorDash. "We need to talk about you harassing my neighbors." Her face went white. "I don't know what you mean." I pulled up the video on my phone. Watched her watch herself lying about my mental state. I was just concerned. "You were just trying to isolate me from someone who dares to appreciate something you look down on. That's not. Vanessa, you need to leave." "Excuse me." "Pack a bag. Go stay with your sister or your parents. We're done. You're kicking me out over cooking." "No, I'm kicking you out because you tried to sabotage my friendships, lied about my mental health, and have shown zero respect for me or what I contribute to this relationship. I live here. You're not on the lease. You've been living here rent-free for 2 years while I paid everything. The only thing you contributed was attitude. That hit a nerve. I contribute. I buy groceries sometimes. The groceries you bought last week that you expected me to cook. Those groceries." She started crying. But not sad crying. Angry crying. "You planned this. The whole chef thing was to make me leave. The chef thing was to teach someone who wanted to learn. You leaving is because you're showing me who you really are. And I don't like it." She packed a bag while sending probably 100 texts. I heard her on the phone with her sister, spinning some story about how I'm being controlling and abusive because I won't cook anymore. Before she left, she turned at the door. "When you realize what you've thrown away, don't come crawling back. Vanessa, I've been carrying this relationship like a backpack full of rocks. Setting it down isn't throwing it away. It's relief." She slammed the door. 2 hours later, I made myself the best steak dinner I've had in years. Sent a photo to Harmony with the caption, "First peaceful meal in my own kitchen in days." She replied, "Looks amazing." Also, building security has a photo of Vanessa in case she tries to come back and bother anyone. Sometimes the revenge is just living well. And eating well. Final update. Last update because I'm ready to close this chapter. The first few days after Vanessa left were interesting. She went to stay with her sister Laurel, who's apparently been getting an earful of Vanessa's victim narrative. Day 1. Got about 30 texts ranging from, "I'm sorry, let's talk," to "You're manipulative psycho." Didn't respond to any. Day 2. Laurel called. "What did you do to my sister? She's devastated. I stopped cooking for her and asked her to leave after she harassed my neighbor. She says you emotionally abused her by withholding food. I withheld cooking. She's an adult with DoorDash. She'll survive." Laurel hung up on me. Day 3. The belongings saga began. Vanessa wanted to get her stuff but didn't feel safe coming alone. Fine. I arranged for Saturday afternoon. Told her she could bring whoever. Saturday, she showed up with Laurel and 2 friends. I had Harmony there as my witness. She volunteered. Said she wanted to see how this played out. The entitlement was astronomical. She tried to take my grandmother's recipe box. That's mine. These are recipes I've been eating for 3 years. I have an emotional attachment to food you think is housewife stuff. CBF for miles. Then she tried to take my KitchenAid mixer. The red one. My baby. I use this. When? Name one time. I was going to learn. When? After you spent 3 years calling cooking beneath you. She also tried to claim half the cookware because it was communal property. I pulled up 3 years of credit card statements, showing I bought every pot, pan, and utensil. The worst part? She'd filled her sushi takeout containers with my spices. My expensive spices. Found them in her bag when a bunch of saffron fell out. Are you stealing my spices? I'll need them for my new place. For what? The cooking you don't do. She had to put them all back while her sister watched in secondhand embarrassment. The pettiest thing. She took all the takeout menus. Every single one. Joke's on her. Everything's online now anyway. After she left, Harmony and I had tea and she told me something hilarious. Apparently, Vanessa had been texting her all week, trying to get dirt on me. Asking if I'd been unstable or aggressive. Harmony just kept responding with cooking questions like, what temperature do you roast chicken at? And how do you know when pasta is al dente? But here's the part that really shows how karma works. Vanessa's been staying with Laurel, who has 3 kids and a husband. Guess what Laurel expected Vanessa to do to contribute while staying there? Cook dinners. I know this because Laurel called me last week, apologizing. I get it now. She's been here 2 weeks and hasn't cooked once. Says it's not her thing. Meanwhile, she's eating everything my husband and I make, criticizing how we season things and ordering $30 takeout meals on my credit card without asking. Sounds familiar. I told her she needs to contribute or find somewhere else to stay. She called me anti-feminist. Her own sister. Also sounds familiar. Laurel lasted 3 more days before kicking Vanessa out. She's now at her parents' house where her mom is apparently trying to teach her basic life skills at 29 years old. Meanwhile, my life's been fantastic. I've been cooking up a storm, made a huge batch of my grandmother's soup, and shared it with neighbors. Harmony and I have done a couple cooking exchanges where she practices recipes and we eat together. Just friends enjoying good food and appreciation for the effort that goes into it. Started a Sunday dinner tradition where I invite people from my building. Last week, we had 6 people crowded around my table, everyone bringing something they made. The elderly guy from 4B brought homemade bread. The college kid from downstairs made a salad. Harmony made the lamb again. She's gotten even better at it. You know who texted during dinner? Vanessa. A photo of a burnt grilled cheese with, "This is your fault." I replied with a photo of our dinner table. "This is your loss." She blocked me after that. Victory. The best revenge. I'm happy. I'm cooking for people who appreciate it. My kitchen is organized exactly how I like it. My spices are safe and I never ever have to hear you. I don't do traditional gender roles while someone eats the labor of my love. Oh, and Chef Isabella. She invited me to guest teach a class at the culinary school about traditional family recipes. Turns out she was impressed with my grandmother's techniques. Harmony's planning to take the class. She says she wants to learn how to make that rosemary potato dish from scratch. Life's too short to cook for people who don't appreciate it. And it's definitely too short to stay with someone who thinks contributing to a relationship is beneath them while happily consuming the benefits. To everyone dealing with a similar situation, your efforts have value. Your contributions matter. And you deserve someone who appreciates what you bring to the table. Literally and figuratively. Now if you'll excuse me, I have a brisket that needs checking and a kitchen full of grateful friends waiting to enjoy it. Bon appetit, y'all.